Breaking news this evening. 35-year-old Jihad Al-Shamie, a man who was born in Syria, that we gave a British passport to in 2006, has been named as the terrorist. That man today killed Jews. We let him into Britain, we let him stay, we even called him a British citizen. And there he is, with a knife in his hand, a bloodied knife in his hand, a fake explosive strapped around his waist, having driven a car into a group of Jews on the holiest day in their calendar, and then tried to stab as many as he possibly could. And with that in mind, can I just show you what's taking place right now in London? The pro-Palestine brigade looked at those attacks in Manchester and said, we're going to get out on the streets tonight. They've done it in London, they've done it in Leeds, they've done it in Manchester, they've done it in Leicester, and they've done it in Glasgow. They are clashing with police on the streets of London the day that Jews were murdered. Wake up. The terror attack on a synagogue in Manchester was inevitable. A man armed with a car, a knife, and what looked like an explosive device tried to indiscriminately slaughter Jews. He was shot dead by police. Now, a warning, this is distressing.
Who killed him? Hell, Lucas.
Everybody else, get back! If you're not involved, move back! Get away! Somebody stay with integrity! Everybody else, he has a bomb! Go away!
He's got a bomb on him! Shit, he's got a bomb! Mate, he's got a... Man, he's got a bomb on his jacket, mate! He's trying to go in a... Man! He's got bombs on him!
This has been brewing in Britain, and our politicians and people on the left have ignored all the warning signs. The day after the October 7th attack, a Palestinian woman on a student visa living in Manchester said this.
They are full with pride. This is the first time that something like this happens in modern-day history. For 16 years, Gaza has been under blockade, and for the first time, they are actively resisting. They are not on the defense.
She was full of pride at the Hamas attacks. Musician Bob Vylan said this to an audience of millions live on the BBC.
Death! Death to the IDF! Death! Death to the IDF! Death! Death to the IDF! Death! Death to the IDF!
A man smeared faeces on synagogues. Last night, these were the scenes in London as Greta Thunberg's Gaza flotilla was stopped by Israeli forces. Was anyone arrested? People have carried swastikas and Hitler posters at pro-Palestine demonstrations. Jewish cemeteries have been vandalised. Jewish businesses have been attacked. A knifeman attacked people at a Jewish food shop.
He's got a knife, doesn't it? Yeah, hello, please.
This asylum seeker in Hartlepool stabbed a random man to death in the street as revenge for Gaza. Cinemas showing Jewish films have been targeted with demonstrations. People with Palestine flags on their cars drove through St John's Wood shouting about raping Jewish women. A visibly Jewish boy was allegedly booted out of a hospital bed in Manchester by nurses wearing Palestine badges and made to lie on the floor. We gave a former Hamas leader a council house in London. We tried to prosecute the singer of the band Kneecap for saying this. But that case fell through because the Attorney General didn't sign off the right paperwork in time. People have filmed themselves attacking Orthodox Jews with water pistols. It's all well and good Sir Keir Starmer coming out and saying this today.
The attack in Manchester this morning is absolutely shocking, and all of our thoughts are with those affected. I'm on my way back to London. When I arrive, I will chair an emergency COBRA meeting. I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
That man recognised Palestine as a state with Hamas still in charge of Gaza. He was so proud that he did that. How dare he? Sadiq Khan sends his best wishes, does he? How dare he? After not condemning the naked anti-Semitism that we've seen on the streets of our capital week after week. And tonight, without missing a beat, without pausing to think whether their behaviour may in some way be responsible for the massacre of Jews in Manchester, the pro-Palestine mobs are back out on the street.
Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Gaza! Viva, viva Gaza!
They're also in Westminster. And they're in Leicester. I went to school with Jewish lads who lived down the road from that synagogue. They had their bar mitzvahs there. One of their grandfathers is in hospital. He was run over by the attacker. I walked out of my flat today, and there's a synagogue at the end of the road. And I saw Jewish families, men, women, children, babies. They were being escorted down that road by security. There were 4 police officers flanking them. There was another police car waiting around the corner. How has it come to this? Well, I'll tell you. We've allowed people in from countries and cultures where the hatred of Jews is not only common, but is actively encouraged. Our politicians and weak law enforcement have allowed Jew hatred to fester and spread like a cancer in Britain. What happened today in Manchester is not a shock. I'm sick of thoughts and prayers. It's time to wake the hell up.